Hi everybody, it's Steph. Today I thought it would be such an amazing opportunity to teach a practice from the wonder that is Maya Bay. So we're in PP, on PP Island, and we've just come out on a trip today to Maya Bay. Absolutely stunning, early in the morning, so we're only just coming up to about 7 a.m. and yeah, I'll show you around this beautiful bay after the practice, but because of where we are, what better practice could we do than taking in the good? So let's sit together and enjoy this moment. So yeah, just finding a space or a spot that feels comfortable for you. And just as a brief reminder, when we do a taking in the good practice, we have an opportunity to consider a moment from the past that we can recall, we remember feeling that sense of joy or sense of connection to that experience, something that we remember feeling good, just that. It can be something really small, a small moment like, maybe you had a coffee with a friend last week, or maybe you were in the garden and the winter sun, if you're in the UK, was bursting through that winter sky first thing in the morning. Or maybe you just remember having a moment of peace and quiet, or maybe being with a close member of your family or a child. So just taking the time to find a spot that feels comfortable for you. I'm just sitting on the beach here, as I said, and I'm decided today to sit with my legs crossed. If there's any background noise, I apologise for that. Yeah, let's just try and be with the practice and take some time together now to sit. So finding that comfortable spot and bringing some awareness to your posture. If you'd like to, you can lower your eyes or soften your gaze. Maybe dip your chin and bring that sense of inward intention. Setting your intention now to pay attention in this practice. And let's begin together by being with the body. Noticing any tightness or tension around the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. See if you're able to bring a sense of peacefulness to those areas of your body. A sense of maybe just allowing those areas of your body to let go. Allowing the shoulders to slope away from the neck. Allowing the jaw to loosen. The neck to soften. And then as you move down through the body, allowing your ribs and chest, your belly to loosen and soften. And then noticing the position of your hands, the connection of the backs of your legs to your seat, and maybe how your feet and where your feet make a connection to the surface beneath you. Good. The invitation in this practice is for you to just take a moment to consider a time that can be maybe in a recent memory, or it could be a past memory, but a time that you felt a sense of joy. It can be just a light sense of joy and happiness, but a moment in your life where you felt joyful, happy. Be mindful of, not going too big here. We're not looking for those huge events in our lives that give us that sense of 10 out of 10 for feeling. but maybe just something a bit smaller than that. An everyday event, a stranger smiling at you in the street, maybe somebody making you a warm brew on a cold day, the chirping of the birds first thing in the morning. Or maybe you noticed recently that the days are starting to get longer and maybe a little bit brighter just that tiny bit earlier in the evening. But whatever's coming up for you, just resting your attention on a moment that you remember, maybe recently or it could be some time ago, where you just remember feeling that little sense of joy. Bring that moment to your mind's eye. Bringing a sense of awareness to the whole moment, the whole event, whatever it was that took place in your experience. If it's helpful, see the full picture in your mind's eye. And then together, let's just play around with that a little bit. Starting with the colours. What do you remember about the colours of your memory? That moment of joy. Being with the colours and the shades, however you remember them. And then what do you remember about the sounds from your memory? Maybe it was peaceful. Maybe there was laughter or music. Maybe there was chatting. Whatever the memory of your sounds are, just allowing them to bubble up from the surface. Maybe you can remember any smells that might be related to your memory, or even taste or touch. Take a moment to be with those senses and anything that might arise for you in this moment, connected to this little moment of joy in your life. And then how do you remember being? How do you remember being in yourself? How do you remember feeling in this moment? Connecting to that memory of the past through your sense of self, your sense of being, the way that you remember feeling. Maybe some thoughts are coming up for you that might be connected to this moment. Just allowing that experience to ripple out from this moment. From your memory, and savouring the good. Knowing that at any time we can stop, pause in our day, and sit with a memory from the past that helps us to feel that sense of joy and connection to our lives. And as we come towards the end of this taking in the good practice, just taking this opportunity now to see and bring to your mind's eye that whole experience once again. Maybe as if you are sitting in a cinema seat, watching your memory unfold on the big screen. The colours, the sounds, the sights, the smells, the touch, the taste, the people that were there, the way that you felt, the way that you were being. Let's take a few moments in silence now to just be with that whole experience of your moment of joy and how that sits with you gently in your mind's eye. As we come towards the end of this practice, just taking a moment now to dip the chin, maybe roll the shoulders, have a little bit of a stretch, and just begin to notice how you're feeling. Good. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hang about and I'll just show you the Maya Bay beach. You can have a little look at that on camera. But just before I head off, just remember that with this type of practice, we are really helping to build that positive mental muscle. We're almost stimulating, to some degree, the opportunity to connect with some of our positive energies and those chemicals, those hormones in the body that really help us to feel good about life and connected to life, even if just for a moment. So this type of practice will help to boost our levels of endorphins and dopamine, help us to reconnect with that memory from the past, and really help us, as I said, to build that positive mental muscle. So, when the chips are down and you're feeling a bit low, taking in the good can really help us to bring about a much more positive sense of self and energy. So I hope that you found that practice useful. Try to do a taking in the good practice, if you can, once a day. No more than 5 or 10 minutes would be absolutely perfect to make a start on this type of meditation. And as always, connect with me if you'd like to, through YouTube, through Facebook, through Instagram, and you can contact me on Stephanie at infinity-wellness.co.uk. For now, let's take a look at Maya Bay.
Look at it.